between not only students, not only a connection between students, but students and administration as well, and faculty and other departments that are on our campus. That's one thing that USL, not only just USL, our student government has been standing for this entire year is unity. Some of the events that we've had are mixers, and student government has helped a lot with other clubs events like the Black History Month, also speed dating from college to corporate, and we're trying to implement long-lasting, how can I say this, long-term events like, fashion show. Yes, the fashion show. And there you go. And also a homecoming. We've been trying to think about that. So.
Okay, for unifying students and throughout our campus, we would really like to hold many events where everyone is invited to attend and just sort of, intermix and have just a social, nice time where people can get to know each other, get to know different people, and hold possibly more club fairs where people can get involved more with clubs. We'd also like to hold possibly like movie nights and stuff like that where people would be interested in watching something or, just hanging around as opposed to just going home and doing whatever they do at home.
The third question, what would you like to leave behind in existence if you or your party were not running or not elected again for office?
Alright, so last year I ran for student assembly and I wasn't as involved in it back then, but long story short, we lost the election and the entire party, the entire PhD party, was left unrepresented because USL had 19 seats and APA got 11 seats. And since there are only 29 seats, we were locked out of student government. What we would like to do this year, if that happens again, is to change the election process so that each person would have to be voted by individually instead of as a full slate of people. That way we could prevent supermajorities from happening like they did this year.
If for some reason, unfortunately, if I were not to be elected, what I would like to leave behind would be my ideas. Because although I would not be in office, I know these are some ideas and some issues that I've been hearing from students that need to be addressed. So whether I'm the one to handle these issues or somebody else, they need to be addressed. So as long as these issues are handled and the students are being served, then that's that.
Fourth question, how would you address conflicts between various kinds of groups of people on our campus?
In terms of addressing conflicts between various groups, what needs to happen? I think first, we need to have awareness of what the issue is. We need to increase the awareness because not everyone is going to understand what it is. There can be misconceptions, a lot of confusion, people reacting off of he says, she said. So increase the awareness of what the issue is, and then hold forums in which students can come and voice their opinions respectfully, and then if need be, hold mediations. But I think that would be the proper way of going about such situations. I know that there have been incidents in the past that have kind of died out, but are still kind of prevalent. So these situations need to be addressed and handled so that we can set a day.
There are certain kinds of conflicts that I personally won't tolerate. If it's something about race or creed or religion or something like that, if it's within a club, simply their club's funding will be cut. It's not allowed we're in, like Lewis said, we're the second most diverse school in the nation, so things like that shouldn't happen. Earlier this year, there was an issue with one of the teachers being anti-Semitic or something like that, and that simply shouldn't happen. This is a diverse school. We should all be working together. We should be learning about each other, not fighting with each other.
Mm-hmm. This question is specific for the presidential candidates, and please be as specific as possible for this question. Why do you want to run for CLAS President?
I like to just merge it with
let me ask you where we get that question. What qualifies you to be the CLAS President? So answer, if you care, can we add those answers as well? Okay.
Starting off with student government, I came in my freshman year as an assemblyman, and then I worked my way up into the executive. I've held position as assemblyman, vice president, and executive treasurer. I first came into student government because I personally wanted to add things to campus that I wanted to have happen while I was in college. So I came in for that reason, to make changes. As it is now that I've been involved, my eyes are open more, and I see what things that I would like to change, as well as everything that I've been hearing from students would like to change, and these things I would like to see into fruition. There are a lot of issues on campus that need to be changed. There are a lot of expectations that people come to college with. I know I came to college with a lot of expectations. I was a little bummed that I didn't go away to school, but yet, even though I wasn't away, that doesn't mean that I can't still have an away experience here at home. So there are things along that line that I know I share with sentiments of a lot of other students that I would like to see happen.
I personally would want to run for president to help out the average person, just like I was for the past 3 years. I came to this school and I was almost instantly overwhelmed by all my work. There's 11,000 people in CLAS, and out of all of them, about 1,000 of them are in clubs, and while they get all the benefits of what student government has to offer, the other 10,000 people are basically left in the dust. They have to fight for themselves, and I don't want that to happen. I want people to feel confident walking through these halls. I'm going to work as hard as I can to have everybody feel comfortable in this place and be proud that they go to Brooklyn College. I'm going to work to resolve every issue, small or big, that everybody has in the school.
Thank you for answering both those questions. And the second question is, what does your party stand for?
The United Students League, we stand for unity and wholeness among the Brooklyn College community. And to address what was said on PhD, we do not only serve for the club aspect or student life of Brooklyn College, but we try our hardest to address other departments in campus as well, like academically. Like I know I'm in academic affairs committee, and we've had meetings, me and my committee have meetings with the provost. We have, like Louis said, he sat in many strategic planning meetings, and so it's not only the club aspect, but we also try to serve all students, because we do know that there's only a small portion or a quite bit slim portion that are a part of clubs, but we try to, and we do help all students. That's our job. United Students League, we serve all students at Brooklyn College.
All right, so I guess you're right. Of course, the goal of every student government is to work for the people, but at the end of the day, it seems as if USL has mostly focused on the clubs. I mean, that's a big part of what student government does, is give out funding for clubs, but we're not just for the clubs. We're definitely helping all the clubs and every other person out there. We want everybody to feel good about what they do here.
Yes. I'll make it quick. In reference to that comment, yes, we definitely do service the clubs, because the clubs are the ones who we are in contact with, who communicate with us and express their needs. However, the way that our campus is right now, there is only a slim amount of people on campus who are involved. If students were to be involved, then of course we would service them. So what we try to do is we try to get more people involved, whether we tell them about clubs, tell them about events. That's why we hold different types of events that we think can target different crowds. So we'll put up a flyer that would be about a dance event, because there's some students who might be attracted by that. So we'll try to target the different people on campus, but we try to get more people involved, not about only the clubs, and we don't care about everybody else. We service those who come to us and try to get more people involved so that we can help them as well.
Do you have last comment?
Yeah, last comment. I just want to say that I don't think it's enough to get people who come to you. I think what a good government does is they seek out the people and they find what's bothering these people and they help them. Instead of having people come to them with issues, they find the issues and solve them before they even happen.
One quick comment, sorry, just one quick. Okay. We have gone out to students, we took surveys to find out what students thought about campus and what they would like to change, just how we ended up coming up across our platform of things that we want to accomplish. So just to address that real quick.
We'll move on to the next question. Then this question may seem a little bit redundant, but it may have an entirely different answer. What do you stand for? Personal question.
I personally as Jamelia, I stand for, I thought this was a question. Well, basically what our party stands for, honestly. I stand for unity among all students and departments. Also, something that I wanted to do this year was to improve academic advisement. And that's what I think is very, even more important than the clubs, because that's something that we all kind of have to go through. So I stand for that.
Yes, again, this might seem a little redundant, but what I stand for and what all of us here at PhD stand for, we want to give a helping hand to the average student here at Brooklyn College, not just the club, not just the people who seek it out. We want to seek them out. We want to cut the increasing student fees. We want to build different aspects that will help improve student life here on campus.
Question 9. What is your first priority to address while in office?
So our vice president actually had a great idea. He realized that in this school, and probably in other schools too, when a new textbook edition comes out, most teachers don't allow you to use the older textbooks, and if you have an older one, you can't sell it back. So what we propose is, and what we want to do right when if we get elected, is to make a law that the bookstore will buy back books that are 3 years old, and that teachers will have to allow you to use the latest and the second to latest edition, so that you don't get left behind.
The first thing that I will handle when I get in office will be our platform, because our platform is our promise that we give to the students who elect us. So once we make that promise, we must fulfill it. So first thing we're going to be working on, as I mentioned, was the improvement in public printing and in improving the Wi-Fi that we have on campus. And from there, we will continue to tackle all our short-term goals and then begin to work on our long-term goals.